the BitStorm, a comedy game design podcast by two guys who know nothing about comedy nor game design. I'm Ben Slinger, and with me, as always, is Trevor Scott.
Yes, I am. And Ben, did you know that today, the day that we're recording, is like the 8-year anniversary of us like releasing our third episode?
I do know.
It's
I
just
do
a
know
little
that.
fact that you told me just before
Just a
we
little,
started recording.
just a little fact that I told you just before we clicked the record button. Actually, technically, it's after we clicked the record button, but before I did the intro, so I have the evidence. Yeah, we've been doing this for a while, and we're going to do it again tonight.
Who would have thought? Like 8 years later, we'd still be doing something that we started on a whim. Like,
Not I. Not I. That's older than at least one of my children.
I'm like, it's definitely not older than 3 of your children.
Nearly, though.
Because they were in the first like photo of the other podcast that we did.
Yes.
Running
Yes.
around us. Like,
But only the
blurred.
older. Yes. But my
Technically,
the twins were not. They were very little still at that point.
but they were here.
They were here. They existed. What are we doing tonight, Trev?
We're going to play some just standard click pitch.
Good old click pitch. The game that started it all.
On
Well-
2 sweary dads all those years ago.
That's it.
And we never came up with a better name than click pitch.
It's a great name, honestly. Click Pitch is a game where we each have a random word generator in front of us. And on the count of 3, 2, 1, click, we're each going to click refresh, get a new word,
And pitch a game at each other.
pitch them at each other like the fastest baseball pitch you've ever seen, and they're going to smash into a bird in midair. And
turn into feathers.
that's going to be, the feathers are going to fall in a way that is going to predict a video game. That's how it works.
Every single week, we've
We kill a
perfected-
lot of birds.
This is the best way that we've learned how to say what the game of click pitch is.
Yeah. Yeah. We've honed that
Honed it
down
over
to
8 years.
the most efficient description. So let's kill some birds. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, click.
Yes, on this the 8th year anniversary of Peter Bread and the Stale Situation.
Yes.
I just remembered because I always remember that one for some reason.
I mean, it's
Kurt
one of the best.
Busterson.
It's a classic. Yes.
That wasn't his real name.
Good old Kurt.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, click.
Yeah.
Chamber.
Baseline.
Ooh. Baseline. Now, did you have that before or after the baseball thing?
No, it's been sitting up on my screen, but I mean, yeah,
kind of seems a bit...
it's maybe it's what put it in my head. I don't know.
Maybe.
Not consciously.
Not consciously. Chamber baseline.
Chamber made me think of like digging a dungeon or something, and then maybe the baseline is like how far down you can go or something.
Yeah, I mean, I thought maybe chamber pot, which is a fancy name for a, horrible toilet thingy.
Maybe
or judges' chambers. Those sort of things were going through my head.
yeah, I'm definitely feeling some sort of like 2D side on building of something.
Yeah.
My mind went to dungeons with the chamber pot, maybe like building dungeons, a bit like Dungeon Keeper, maybe, but in a not defeating the monsters in a top down view, but like actually building a dungeon and managing it in some way.
In that sort of
the king's sending down 3 more prisoners. We need to, shove them into a room in a way that they're not going to all kill each other before they can give us the information we need to get from them. Or, we're building a new torture chamber. We've got funding for an Iron Maiden.
we've got funding for, a laser chamber pot.
Oh, there you go. And you get
don't
more
want to be
technology
dangling into
as
that
you go on.
because it's going to cut it right off.
It's for the use of Unix only. Because you'll be one after if you weren't when you started.
Okay, I like that. So, what sort of graphics are you foreseeing?
I could see it go either way. So some of the games that bring this style to mind, like the classic like Sim Tower, which was sort of that was on a larger scale. So I think that's probably too abstract, too zoomed out. Maybe a bit like Fallout Shelter.
Okay,
That sort of thing, or like the XCOM, XCOM style building out your base in a way. Or I don't think you ever played Mr. Prepper.
No.
But it's sort of a pseudo 3D.
Yeah.
But fixed 2D side view, and you can see the different layers, different levels of your house and dungeon, or in that your bunker. But
yeah, it kind of feels like one of those things of you're building this underground, and it's got that. That sort of slice of the fourth wall has been torn off. And
yes, exactly. Yes, that's the vision. There was a recent game that was a magic school as well that I played a bunch of that had similar things in that you had like dungeons that you would go to and fight under the ground. But I mean, we could go, a whole basically medieval castle building game, right? So you're putting in the kitchens, you're putting in the quarters, you're putting in the servants' quarters and different things, and having it play out in different ways. We can even bring storylets into it in some way where different things based on the different rooms you've got can.
It's kind of Terraria then, in a way. So, but medieval Terraria.
But I think more room focused than specific block focused in that way, where you're placing down hallways and dumb waiters and connecting up the different areas, stairs.
I really kind of love. Someone makes a comment as. This is really weird that this castle is like literally only 3 meters wide. Like it's gone vertical, but they didn't go width.
No, it's built in like a canyon.
There's something about that just makes it so fun for me that it's like the depth just isn't there. Shut up! They only own this much land.
They got this land in one of those things where they you buy a meter by meter, and they bought up as much as they could.
It's a lot cheaper because it's just this tiny
the moat.
It doesn't need as much water to fill.
Yeah.
They only needed one alligator, and it can get anywhere.
All right, because you can't come. You can't come at this castle from the side from like the depth sides, only the left and right side.
No, it can go all the way around. It's all vertical. It's because it may be 20 meters.
Yeah, 20 rooms across,
wide,
but it's only ever one room deep.
Oh my god! And you get to the end of the game, and it shows like, oh yeah, it's literally
it rotates.
It's just this fucking tall thing, really skinny.
I love doing that as a reveal. You don't even like. There's maybe a few Easter eggs throughout the game that mention it, but like otherwise, it's just like, yeah, you conquered this other kingdom, and it zooms out from your castle and just shows this long, skinny thing that somehow isn't falling down because it doesn't even have a stable base. It's hilarious.
Oh shit! 3 to 1 click. That was good. That was really good.
Tapestry.
Reflex.
Okay. So Tapestry made me think of.
So you made me just think of a castle.
Well, I did go that way, but then I tried to move away from that so we weren't just rehashing. Things woven together, right?
Yeah.
So maybe a tapestry of the storylines in the game, although that could get complicated very quickly. Maybe like some sort of multiverse or timeline situation where you're jumping between the weaves.
I do kind of like the idea, and something that you said made me think, what if this is like a prediction of the future written down on this tapestry sort of thing, and you're realizing as you go through, these things are starting to come true, and it's like things that you would never have thought could actually mean anything, and this is many years later, and I think it's kind of like a retro future sort of thing, and this is ancient, but then you're looking at it as like, that looks like the head of a dragon breathing fire. And then, you happen to go somewhere and there's like a mechanical dragon that's just breathing fire, and something happens that links you back into there. And it's like, oh shit, like I'm literally living in the time right now of this thing, and it's leading me somewhere.
Having it woven as well, though, I like the idea that, yes, you have this physical tapestry, but it'll be a visual challenge, but you do things like, it somehow manages to reflect multiple different futures based on, like, you pull these threads and it changes in some way, or it shifts and this particular part comes loose.
I just literally thought of it like a pop-up book, that you pull the thread.
Totally. So they're very advanced tapestry makers for their time. It's a pop-up tapestry.
I like the idea that this is just a regular person who, this is like the hand-me-down from their grandparent or something like that, and it's like, this has been in our family for generations, and it's like, oh yeah, this is
why does it have my face on it?
It doesn't have your face, it has the face of your great grandmother Fiona. There's something about you starting to realize, oh shit, this may actually be telling the story of something that's about to go on, and
I like that from a storytelling point of view. Discovering this tapestry, having that as kind of your touchstone to come back to, and then being able to tell some stories about fate and whether or not you can break free from it, and I like. Well, and that's where the sort of telling different stories could come in, because I love the conceit of there's this future that doesn't look good for you, that's foretold in this tapestry. You're pushing to not have that happen, but through the act of you doing that, something like part of the tapestry gets burnt or something.
Yeah.
And now after that effect, it's still showing your future, even though your future has changed. Like, that it's sort of, it's adapted its prophecy based on you trying to alter the timeline.
Yeah. And it's almost one of these things that, it turns out that, and I don't know how we sort of show this. Maybe we can do kind of like a back in time sort of thing, and showing that actually what this tapestry shows your family, each person is their own, like they see their own future that they can sort of go along with.
They physically see it differently?
Yeah, so every single person that's seen this tapestry different. It's just that,
in different generations.
In different generations, like your grandmother saw it totally different to what you're actually seeing it now, and maybe what actually happens is you can see it like from like a photo. You see it in the background. It's like, that's not the same as what it
like
is now.
Changed,
but in reality, what's actually happening is for some reason your families have this magic tapestry to keep them safe, basically.
Yeah. I mean, you can do magic. You can do some sort of like timey stuff, or the tapestry is made of threads that degrade over time, and so all of the prophecies are already in there, but they won't be revealed until
they decay enough.
Yeah, they decay enough, and somehow they chose the right threads that the right pictures would be made at the right level of decay for the next 500 years.
Exactly.
That's how skilled these prophets were. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Let's go one more. Well, another one. Well, not necessarily one more, but three.
We're only halfway through the episode here, guys. Jeez.
Corpse
provider.
Corpse provider. That's great.
Is this like a Black Plague?
Oh no,
the corpse
where
card
my head
or
has
something?
gone is
It's pretty dark.
You've been tasked with providing corpses to the local medical school.
Okay,
but you're having a bit of a corpse shortage at the moment, so
everyone's so fucking healthy.
So you start going and creating a few because you got to fill that quota.
I love the idea of someone,
and then it's just a first-person shooter
who's prepared to murder to better themselves in the world for money, but it's just literally to sell the corpses. That's all they can think of. It doesn't even make them that much money. It's not like they're not robbing the people afterwards. They're not taking out hits on people for tens of thousands of dollars. It's just I need another corpse. Doesn't matter who.
Hello, door.
And in fact, there's a lot of overhead.
Just
DoorDash refuses to deliver to me now because so many of their drivers have gone missing.
It must be a really bad neighborhood.
I mean, that's a little bit sociopathic.
Yeah, but every single one of them, they showed that the DoorDashers had the picture of where they left the food, and so that the food was left at my door. It's fine. It's just they died afterwards. It's
Are you saying because they left it in the wrong spot, so they deserved to die?
I wasn't hiding in the alley with a syringe and.
Oh God. They were all bad. In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, True Lies.
Hey, Ben.
Yes, but they were all bad.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm calling a scene.
Oh, God. Okay. We've done this in a few episodes, yeah.
Ding dong.
Oh, shit, yes. My food's finally here. Okay. Right. Got my plastic wrap on the floor. Good. Okay. Got my axe behind the corner. Oh, shit. All right. Coming. Sorry. Yep. Hi.
Yep.
Good. Is that my food?
Yep. Got your food.
Perfect.
From Sushi Noodle Hut.
Awesome. Great. My money's just inside. You'll just step in and I'll just, I know that we pay through the app, but I'll tip you.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Coming in.
Tips them in a little bit. Oh,
stand on the plastic sheet. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you're kind of like my grandma. She liked keeping a clean house.
I like to keep the carpet clean. We can't have anything how much things stain.
Yeah. I mean,
red wine, shoes,
the
blood,
sauce from the sushi noodle place. Yeah. That's
it. Yeah, I can't be dropping soy sauce on this carpet.
No. It's really good looking carpet.
Yeah, do you mind could you just pass me that axe that's just next to you? I forgot to grab it.
Yeah, that little sharp. You don't want to really leave that around.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks. Gotcha. Okay.
Dude.
So, sorry.
Dude.
Yeah. Oh, actually, wait, sorry, do you have any pre-existing conditions?
No, but why'd you hit me with the stick of the axe?
Yeah, well, they need you in good condition, actually, so...
Okay. Okay.
I am going to kill you, though. They do need your corpse.
Have you got my tip, then?
Yeah, I just hit you with it. The blunt end. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
But I was actually expecting
really
you to be
hurt.
knocked out. So, sorry, just one more. Okay. Well, that seems to have worked. Oh, God. They forgot the wontons scene. That's how pissed off I was. A cold scene.
I was actually thinking of coming in as a ghost and going, did not forget your wontons, mate. You didn't order them. It's not on the receipt.
I've got it on my phone.
This wasn't for you.
Wrong house.
This says 14, not 13.
That's I'm going to double kill you now. All right, 3, 2, 1, click. Masonry.
Chocolate.
Okay.
Okay, so this is for, I think this is a land where kind of like a gingerbread house, and you can make, it's everything's
confectionery.
edible. It's confectionery. We're building fantasy houses made of all different types of things. Chocolate is one of the things. Gingerbread is another thing. It's. I mean, we know that chocolate, if it's tempered, makes a really, really, really nice snap. So therefore, it's really quite strong.
It's strong. Yeah.
Yeah. The bonds are all good. So you really want that as like your cement in between the bricks.
So is this about taking realistic construction methods, but replacing all of the replacing everything with edible materials?
Well, I think
so. You are
for
literally
some reason in this world,
with...
everything is just edible.
Okay,
like there was even the ground is literally just chocolate,
Oreo
so
crumbs.
Yeah, nothing really comes out that is not edible. So therefore, it makes sense to work out the best thing that you can make houses out of, because
yeah. No, that's what I mean. I think this is a world where for whatever reason,
yes,
all things are what we in our world would consider food. Do these people also consider them food, or a lot of the time? I mean, obviously their food is also edible, but
yeah, but there's different better food versions, like these these are construction materials. You're not going to eat them because
are their sausages still
grade.
just sausages, or are their sausages like musk sticks or something? Like is it all confection, or it's just that?
Not if you kill a human and you cook it, it's meat. It just so happens that everything that comes out of the ground, or the ground and all that sort of stuff, would be considered
the minerals,
confectionery.
like what we would consider minerals and like, I mean, you could
what's
say
a gold nugget?
You could say that
it's just
technically
it's a gold chocolate.
Wood is edible in our world. Like you can eat fibers of whatever. But you're saying that it's more edible. It's like, but it's cookie.
Yeah. But it's solid cookie.
It's solid
again,
it's overcooked. Like you have to cook it to the point that it's
not
doughy.
It's become hard.
It's not going to be tasty. It's not going to be good to eat.
No, definitely not.
Okay, I like the idea of someone from our world has come to this world and they're like, oh my God, it's like Willy Wonka, or it's like, the witch's gingerbread house, and they try to take a bite and it's just like as solid as a house would be here. Yeah. And everyone's just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you can't just eat gingerbread brick. It's a brick.
You can't eat construction grade confectionery. Like, it doesn't work that way. That's construction grade. Do you want food grade? We've got food grade.
Yeah. But, like, just because there's fairy floss up there, that's the insulation. Like, you can't eat it.
No.
It'll still taste good. It's sugary.
We need that. And look, you can lick the bricks. We do that occasionally. Like, if I want a little bit of sugar,
yeah,
my diabetes is acting up. My low blood sugar, I just lick a brick. That's fine.
Yeah, that's why we have that term.
Chew it, because it's solid.
And regardless, like, what you're damaging the house, you're damaging the walls. Then
can't do that, dude. That's just not on. Now, would you like a snow cone?
how far do you go with this? Because again, there are lots of things in our world currently that are edible if they undergo certain processes, or are technically edible, like they won't kill you but they taste gross. Are we saying everything in this world?
There is not a single thing that tastes horrible. Like,
okay, so spit is like if someone spits on you, it's
sugar water. Like
yeah, like if you the mud on the ground. Like, I mean, we talked about the mud, but like
it's just chocolate.
You could take a bite out of a person, and
it's meat flavored, but it's good.
It's meat flavored, but it's like it's like a good steak.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. The thing is, because chocolate is all around, they barely eat it.
Oh god, no! Like most of their meals are vegetables.
Yeah, and look, they do. It is kind of sweet, so sweet potatoes. They are literally sweet. Like,
all right, 3, 2, 1, click. I don't know whether we found the game there.
I was about to go
point and click adventure.
No. Match 3.
Match 3. Of course. What else? Goalie.
Mole. Mole goalie.
A mole goalie. A moley.
Okay. Oh, I love this. It's a soccer game. But it's
but
different
you can dig
animals
under the
that
field.
get put in different positions.
Oh, okay. Different animals. Yes. Oh, I like that. Almost. And this is probably
do you really want a bird on attack? Maybe you do. Like,
so I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, and so that's sort of like team-based thing where everyone's got the different skills. Could be cool in a very sports, but much more a sports-focused game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically a soccer-ish sort of thing. Well, let's just go with soccer/football.
Tis makes sense. It makes sense.
I guess in the Rocket League sense as well, they've kind of done that already. But yeah, I definitely like, because then you can play around with modes of traversal, you can play around with modes of defense and offense. How you get the ball into the goal can change very drastically. But yeah, animals is cool. So yeah, you've got a mole who can quickly dig under the ground and come up.
Yeah, wherever they
behind
need
someone to get through some defense, or
they can pass them themselves. Basically,
kick the ball up, dig under the people who are blocking.
Who would be the best goalie though? Because obviously the mole doesn't need to be the goalie. The mole is
no
is on the side. I kind of like the idea of like a bear. A bear would be a good goalie. They're big.
Maybe I don't know that they'd be very quick. I feel like maybe you could go like a chameleon and they just sit there, but then they slap their tongue out to whack the ball away super fast. They're just
tiny.
Watching.
This is the thing. It's like you don't know where they are.
You got to be on the right thing of the goal.
He's
right
actually hanging upside down in the goal, and it's like, okay, cool. I really like this. So how many side a socket? Like 5 a side? Kind of like a
yeah. Seems about right.
Yeah. So I think a la your Fortnite, it's third person sort of.
Yes, yeah. I think you want that because you need to have some sense of space around you for dribbling and be because you want to be able to let people steal in various situations.
Yeah.
Every animal obviously has different modes of movement and how they whether they're good at just kicking the ball to someone, or like passing. Like a kangaroo is probably not going to be very good at dribbling because it doesn't have that like get it in front of you and keep it moving sort of thing, but it's going to have a good long kick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe a kangaroo actually works really well as a goalie as well. Like they may
tail slap, kick. Yeah. Catch it in the pouch.
Yeah. No one wants to go near that. It's too juicy.
It's too much
now.
mucus. As we all know from The Simpsons 20 years ago.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that for a little while, but no, that's actually
that's the last thing. That's the first time I remember hearing about the mucus in a kangaroo's pouch.
I mean, it makes sense. It does. Make sense.
Of course, yeah,
So, okay, you would definitely have to have some sort of umpire.
Umpire bat.
So during competition play, and this is because I think this is the newest esport, like, because there's a meta and all that sort of stuff. Like, you can choose. Technically, you can put any character where you want, and you can play anything in any position.
Yep.
But there's obviously the meta is going to be,
it's going to lean towards certain things.
Yeah, like if you want to play the bird as a goalie, go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to suck. You're not going to do well,
but it's
probably.
going to do really well as an attacker, but more as
good as an attacker. It's good as a.
I mean, obviously, it's going to either be a right or left wing attacker. That's the only thing that it can really do well is a wing attack.
Is a wing attack? Yeah, for sure. I'm picturing the bird being able to very much like swoop down to knock the ball, like I said, intercept the ball in some way, give it a good directional kick.
Yeah, good deflection.
Hit.
I mean, it's its main thing, kind of like in Rocket League, how you can sort of pass and then someone else deflects it in, and you really want those alley-oop sort of things.
If you can set it up. Yeah, well, the bird's going to be good at setting up those alley-oops, I think.
Yeah. Okay, other animals that could be good. I mean, a cheetah will run really, really fast.
Does burst a lot of balls.
Yes. I mean, they are
just also likes to just play. Yeah. Well, that's I mean, is there a size limit? Like, if we get an elephant on the field and just block the goal, is that too? Is that
it's allowed, but again, there are ways around that.
Through the legs is always going to be a big thing, and they're pretty slow.
I mean, look, choosing a human is really against the rules, but there is, if you put the Konami code in, you can choose to be a human. But the thing is, all the animals can actually maul the hell out of the human, even though they are really
they have no.
good.
You don't get pads.
No, you get.
In fact, they're just naked.
But that's it.
They're just naked. All of the other animals are naked. You're naked.
No. Oh God. Okay, I think that's about for tonight.
That's it. I think that's the episode. Look, if you'd like to find all of our previous episodes online, go to podchaser.com/bitstorm. It's where you can find them. Listen to them, review them, rate them, let us know what you thought.
If you like the song that we play at the start and end of each episode, that song is called Mount Defiance off of the album Containment Value by the band Kuradust. You can find it at kuradust.bandcamp.com for free.
That's right. So thank you again for joining us this week on Bitstorm. I'm Ben Slinger.
I'm Trevor Scott.
And I'm just going to take a bit of a bite out of my microphone here. Oh, it's licorice. Black licorice. Your favourite.